Yo, good evening, USA, Canada, worldwide, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the 5 spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, the misunderstood lonely nomad, YouTuber, creator, host with the most, the independent, unstoppable podcaster, and rookie podcaster in Queens, New York. And you are now listening and rocking with the 146th episode of Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast, live and direct from StreamYard, YouTube, and alongside myself is the Instagram live feed. So make sure you turn on your notifications on Instagram as well, and make sure you follow the show on the gram as well. So yeah, without further ado, make sure you go ahead and catch up on the latest episodes that's already uploaded and posted to the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555. Tap that noni bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live streams, more postings, more uploads. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and the topics that's being discussed, and of course, stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Tell a friend to another friend. Download these episodes. Don't forget to rate 5 stars. And of course, I will go over the all streaming platforms on the go at the end of the show. So, without further ado, in honor of Mental Health Check-in Awareness Month, we're gonna start with mental health check-in right here. Let's do this. Now, as far as how I'm doing mentally, physically, and spiritually, you ask. I'm pretty sure I am. I'm doing all right. For the most part, mentally, I am. I'm a little overwhelmed with the whole life insurance thing, but I'm not gonna get into too much of that right now. But overall, for the week right now, I am basically doing okay, physically and spiritually. I'm basically doing all right. So there you go, right there. So um, now you don't have to wait every year for Mental Health Awareness Month of May and Mental Health Day to actually reach out to somebody and to basically show some love by reaching out to them. It's all about following. It's all about following your mind, your soul, your heart, your instincts, and of course having the confidence to actually reach out and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and you don't necessarily need to pick a time frame on when is a good time to reach out to somebody. It's all about you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you. So you don't necessarily have to do all that extra shit. So there you go, right there. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Give me a sec. Um, so because this is Mental Health Check-in Awareness Month, today's topic in honor of Mental Health Check-in segment is going to be about ADHD. So I'm gonna give you a better understanding about it. So listen here. First and foremost, let me just say, oh, what up, Robbie? Yeah. So what's ADHD, you ask? It stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. Is one of the most common mental disorders affecting children. ADHD also affects many adults. Symptoms of ADHD include Inattention, not being able to keep focus, hyperactivity, assess movement that is not fitting to the setting, and impulsivity, hasty acts that occur in the moment without thought. An estimated 8.4% of children and 2.5% of adults have ADHD. ADHD is often first identified in school age children when it leads to disruption in the classroom or problems with schoolwork. It is more common among boys than girls. Symptoms and diagnosis. Many ADHD symptoms, such as high activity, difficulty remaining still for long periods of time, and limited attention spans, are common to young children in general. The difference in children with ADHD is that their hyperactivity and inattention are noticeably greater than expected for their age and cause distress and or problems functioning at home, at school, or with friends. ADHD is diagnosed as one of three types: inattentive type, hyperactive impulsive type, or combined type. A diagnosis is based on the symptoms that have occurred over the past 6 months. Inattentive type is 6 or 5 for people over 17 years. Of the following symptoms occur frequently, and this includes um doesn't pay close attention to detail or makes careless mistakes in school or job tasks, has problems staying focused on tasks or activities, such as during lectures, conversations, or long reading, does not seem to listen when spoken to, does not follow through on instructions, and doesn't complete schoolwork, chores, or job duties, has problems organizing tasks and work. Um, for, for instance, does not manage time well, has messy, disorganized work, misses deadlines, avoids or dislikes tasks that requires sustained mental effort, such as preparing reports and completing forms. Often loses things needed for tasks or daily life, such as school papers, books, keys, wallet, cell phone, and eyeglasses. Is easily distracted. Forgets daily tasks such as doing chores and running errands. Older teens and adults may forget to return phone calls, pay bills, and keep appointments. Hyperactive, impulsive type, 6 of the following symptoms occur frequently: fidgets with or taps hands or feet or squirms in seat, not able to stay seated, runs about or climbs where it is inappropriate, unable to play or do leisure activities quietly, always on the go as if driven by a motor, talks too much, blurts out an answer before a question has been finished, has difficulty waiting his or her turn, such as while waiting in line, interrupts or intrudes on others. Um, Older teens and adults may take over what others are doing. There is no lab test to diagnose ADHD. Diagnosis involves gathering information from parents, teachers, and others, filling out checklists, and having a medical evaluation to rule out other medical problems. The symptoms are not the result of person being defiant or hostile or unable to understand a task or instructions. Now, the causes of ADHD. Scientists have not yet identified the specific causes of ADHD. There is evidence that genetics contribute to ADHD. For example, 3 out of 4 children with ADHD have a relative um, with the disorder. Other factors that may contribute to the development of ADHD include being born permanently, brain injury, and the mother smoking, using alcohol, or having extreme stress during pregnancy. Damn. Treatment. Behavioral therapy and medication can improve the symptoms of ADHD. Studies have found that a combination of behavioral therapy and medication works best for most people, particularly those with moderate to severe ADHD. Therapy, behavioral therapy focuses on managing the symptoms of ADHD. For children, treatment usually consists of teaching parents and teachers how to provide positive feedback for desired behaviors and consequences for negative ones. Although behavioral therapy requires careful coordination, it can help children learn how to control their behavior and make good choices. Adults with ADHD may benefit from psychotherapy and from behavioral strategies that improve structure and organization. Um, Medication. There are main types of medication for ADHD: stimulants and non-stimulants. Stimulant medications are highly effective treatments that have been safely used for decades. They include um, met, methyl, methylphenidate, methylphenidate, and amphetamines. As with all medicines, children taking these drugs must be carefully monitored by their parents and doctors. Two non-stimulant medications, um, um, atom, atomexidine, atomexidine, moxidine, and guanfacine have also been shown to be effective in treating ADHD symptoms. These medications are alternatives for those who do not respond well to stimulants, or if a non-stimulant is preferred. Um, some children experience dramatic relief of symptoms with medication, and this relief continues with ongoing treatment. Other children may experience only partial relief, or the medication may seem to stop working. A change in medication or adjustment in dose may improve the response. Other children and families may benefit from additional therapy specific to problem behaviors. The National Organization Children and Adults with Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder notes that many adults report that medication helps them gain more control and organization in their lives. Parenting. Children who have ADHD tend to benefit from structured routines and clear expectations. The following may be helpful. Make clear schedules, maintain routines, make sure instructions are understood, use simple words, and demonstrate. Focus on child when talking to him or her. Avoid multitasking. Supervise. Children with ADHD may require more supervision than their peers. Maintain communication with the child's teacher. Model calm behavior. Focus on effort and reward good behavior. ADHD and the school age child. Teachers and school staff can provide parents and doctors with information to help evaluate and learning problems, and can assist with behavioral training. However, school staff cannot diagnose ADHD, make decisions about treatment, or require that a student take medication to attend school. Only parents and guardians can make those decisions with the child's physician. Students whose ADHD impairs their learning may qualify for special education under the um, Individuals with Disabilities Education Act or for a Section 504 plan under the Rehabilitation Act of 1973. Children with ADHD can benefit from study skills, instruction, changes to the classroom setup, alternative teaching techniques, and a modified curriculum. ADHD and adults. Many adults with ADHD do not realize they have the disorder. A comprehensive evaluation typically includes a review of past and current symptoms, a medical exam and history, and use of adult rating scales or checklists. Adults with ADHD are treated with medication, psychotherapy, or a combination. Behavior management strategies, such as ways to minimize distractions and increase structure and organization, and involving immediate family members, can also be helpful too. So that was your mental health check-in segment topic for ADHD. Um so let's see. All right, we have two people to that just passed away. So we are going to go into the most common one that I've been seeing on the Instagram timeline was in regards to Kevin Samuels. Um oh my gosh, what the hell? So hang on a second here. Okay, so let's see. So this is Kevin Samuels dead confirmed? So let me see what happened. What happened to Kevin? Um, Kevin was experiencing chest pain on Thursday after getting this news. Social media got overloaded with rumors about his death. His mother denied those rumors and she requested everyone to pray for them. A woman from Samuel's apartment called 911 when he sobbed about chest pain. She was trying to help him, then he fell off. When police arrived, he was unresponsive, wounded, and was getting CPR. Samuel was 53 years old and was sent to Piedmont Hospital for further procedures. Is Kevin Samuels dead? Unfortunately, an answer to this query is yes. Things were kept secret after going to the hospital, and people were only playing guessing games. But finally, on a phone call after requesting everyone to pray for him, Kevin's mother notified everyone that he was no more. After analyzing his lasting situation, he might be suffering from cardiac arrest or something related to the heart. But the causes of his death aren't known yet. And the medical um, department is processing the postmortem reports will review the exact reason for death soon. Why is Kevin Samuels dead trending? Kevin Samuels was a franchise YouTuber, both positivity and negatively. Many men found his relationship advice solid and reasonable. At the same time, women, specifically black women, used to call him lethal for depicting women inappropriately. He wasn't married till 56 and was a perfect relationship advisor. Many said that his advice was harmful and misogynistic. So we can say that social media is showering negative comments on his death. All these comments and controversies were made this topic trend. Where is he now? A popular and controversial YouTuber is in Atlanta now. Kevin Samuels' mother confirms everything with NBC News. The influencer died in the Atlanta region itself on Thursday. His mother spoke to the news channel and confirmed the news by herself. As per many sources, plenty of black women took a sigh of relief. He's always targeted black women in his YouTube videos, which triggered women. He is still known for his contentious wooing, guidance, and announcements about black women. As a concluding thought, a prominent YouTuber, relationship, and lifestyle advisor has died. The causes behind his death are unknown, but his mother entrenched everything via phone call. So the answer to is Kevin Samuels dead confirmed? It is yes. All the gathered information regarding this controversial topic is based on internet research. Of course, you can click here to know more and comment down your favorite video of Kevin Samuel. Um, yeah, so that's our P to Kevin Samuels and stuff. Um, okay. Um, okay, so let me just say this though. So love him or hate him, right? The other day or 2 days ago or 3 days ago, if you will, when I saw this, um, and someone made a post in regards to how people are basically celebrating in belief that he's dead. Like that's crazy to me, man. And and this is where I actually segue to Ti, who actually was actually calling out idiotic people. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into the Ti situation too. So hold on. Yeah. So all right. So this is according to the source website. Um, and this is where Ti comes in. Um, okay. During his life, hold on a second. During his life, Kevin Samuels was a controversial figure online. In his death, Samuels was, excuse me, has been attacked for his viral opinions. In response, Ti hit Instagram with a demand to let Samuels rest in peace. And he says the shit is fucking a travesty of justice. Ti said, "I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I ain't gonna let y'all bully this dead man. We gonna let this man rest in peace." Tip added, "Whatever he did it and gone. He got away with it. Fuck y'all. That's between him and God. Him and the Lord gonna have to deal with it. You ain't gotta you ain't got no heaven or hell to put him in." Previously, Ti shared an image of Kevin Samuels walking to the gates of heaven, looking back and delivering a message and y'all still fat and average. You can see the past. You can see the post here. You know what? Yeah, he's right though, man. Ti is right though. I have to really say though, it's pretty crazy how a lot of people are just um it's crazy how a lot of people are just having negative things to say about a person or whatever. But it's like, okay, so you hate the guy for targeting people with his opinions and all that other shit. I get that. But damn, man, like the man's dead, man. Like seriously, grow the fuck up, man. Seriously, just grow the fuck up, man. And speaking of growing the fuck up, another person that passed away, um, is Archie Eversole. Yeah, I remember Archie Eversole when he had that song We Ready, right? Um I'm not gonna say the lyrics on here because I don't want to get flagged. So So anyway, so let's get into this. Wait a second. So let's get into this right here. Um Wait a minute here. What the hell? Hold on. Hold on a second here. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so Archie Eversole was known to hype up a crowd with his 2002 anthem "We Ready." His life tragically ended at age 37 after he was found with a gunshot wound at a Chevron gas station in Atlanta on March 25th, and then died in the hospital on April 3rd. His brother Alexander Cross, age 41, was arrested at his home. At his home, um, at his home near the gas station, initially on assault charges that were then upgraded to murder, per Daily Mail. He's currently being held at DeKalb County Jail without bond, according to online court records. Here are 5 things to know about Archie, who rose to fame after his early arts track kept fans energized and stadiums booming. Although Archie is known for his deep Atlanta sound, style, and roots, he was actually born in Germany on July 26th, 1984. While his military parents were stationed in the country, he wasn't there for too long. However, as the family then moved back to the States and settled in College Park, a neighborhood in Atlanta where Archie was raised. He became a well-known figure not only in the region but in the club scene as well. Rappers who have been violently attacked or killed. See these pics. So this is crazy, man. I'm not even gonna get into this. Um, Archie's career really took off in 2002 with his smash hit "We Ready" featuring Bubba Sparks. The track was a song of his first full-length album, "Ride with Me, Dirty South Style," which he recorded when he was 17 years old. The record was first released by an independent label, Fat Boy Records, and Break Bread Productions in 2001, but later released by MCA Records in 2002 when it peaked at number 83 on the Billboard 200. We Ready notably contained a sample from the 1969 theme song "Na Na 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 Hey 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 Kiss Him Goodbye." Yo, wow. Hold up. Oh shit. Although it only reached number 64 on the Billboard Hot R&B and Hip Hop Songs chart. It was popular in the club and also proved to be popular in the sports world as the perfect hype song for both athletes and fans alike. Hmm. As the song's popularity grew, especially for sporting events, it was then included in promotional material for the National Football League. It was also played during home game matches of the Major League Soccer club Atlanta United. In addition to the Kansas City Royals adopted the song as their anthem for the 2014 MLB postseason campaign. Moreover, excuse me, the rapper was chosen in 2018 to create the theme song "United We Conquer" for the Atlanta United Soccer Club team that competes Major League Soccer. Um, Before his death, Archie shared some often cryptic or mysterious posts to his social media channels, causing fans to wonder what he was going through or what the messages signify, if anything. In an Instagram post shared just days before the shooting, the rapper shared a photo of the message. You can't fuck up. You can fuck up a whole bond by lying to someone you could have told the truth to, along with a grimacing face, call me hand and shrug emojis. In addition, he shared a Twitter post shared by the comedian Lil Duval in February, about a month before his death. If you feel like your friends is supporting strangers more than they support you, then become a stranger. The post read with the caption hashtag message. Although his death was tragic, many have shared their condolences and well wishes, remembering his soul with love in a statement issued on Thursday. And the Atlanta United team who worked with the rapper noted how heartbroken they were to learn of the death. A staple in the Atlanta hip hop scene, Archie adopted Atlanta United before our first season and continued to be one of our club's most fervent supporters. The team said on Twitter, in addition to his decorated musical career, his voice will long live in our supporters' minds as We Ready billows through the speakers for kickoff at Atlanta United marches. In addition, numerous tributes poured out for the rapper on social media as former NFL quarterback Robert Griffin III posted, "The man who gave us We Ready, the greatest game day anthem ever. He has passed away at age 30, like 37 years old. Rest in peace, Archie Eversole. Prayers up to his family and loved ones." Fans in Atlanta also shared their condolences, posting photos with Archie, who often mingled with sports fans in the stands at Atlanta United games. Rest in peace, Archie Eversole, absolute man of the people, one user wrote. All right, so there you go, right there, man. Sleep in Paradise to Archie Eversole, man. Um, he was he was he was one of the few people who actually will be remembered for one of the greatest anthems, We Ready. So it's just crazy though, man. Yeah, I know. I know what it's like to lose people because it happened to me, but I'm not gonna get into too much of that shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, all right, so let's try to lighten some shit up. Actually, hold on a second. Actually, hold on a second. I didn't get a chance to. Yeah, let's go to the oh my gosh. A woman jumped in front of all right. We're gonna get into that right now, man. Okay. Um, yeah. So, um, we're gonna get into chatting on the jazz right now, actually. So, so this is chatting on the jazz right here. Um, your mom. Okay, okay. The main topic for today has to do with a woman who basically jumped in front of a train. Why? Hold on. Why you ask? I'll fill you in. So, according to the New York Post, a woman is clinging to life after she jumped in front of a Midtown Manhattan train during the morning rush Friday, cops said. The unidentified woman was observed leaping in front of a southbound train at the 42nd Street Bryant Park station around 8 a.m., authorities said. Huh. She was rushed to Bellevue Hospital where she is listed in critical condition, police said. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Um Yeah, this is nuts, man. And then after the incident, B, D, E, F, and M trains were running with delays in both directions, the MTA said in a tweet. So that's just a little quick um that's a little quick story actually. So let's get to I want to get to hold on a minute here. Hold on a second here. Okay, we gotta talk about this coonery of Chris Rock, man. We need to talk about this shit though. But before I get to that, let me get to the other thing. Okay. Um, this has to do with the escalators in the Bronx that's out of service. So let's get into this right there. So, okay, Misha Griffin relies on the Parkchester 6 train to get her to City Hall for work, the last stop on the 38th station service line. But Griffin said an out of service escalator under maintenance until late May at the elevated Parkchester station performed has been a major hurdle for patrons who rely on it for everyday or accessibility use. It's a damn shame, to be honest, said Griffin, age 42, a municipal worker. Hold on a second. Um, okay. Municipal worker. It's a big station, and the alternative when the escalator is down is to hike up to four flights of steps. I have bad knees and joints. I can't do that every weekday without being in serious pain. The Parkchester station isn't the only Bronx escalator that is non operational or down for repairs, as the borough has had the lowest performing escalators in the MTA system since 2021, with those escalators lagging behind peer boroughs. From March 2021 to March 2022, the performance rate of Bronx transit escalators has dipped from 91% operationality to 80% system wide, which consists of the Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Queens transit escalators operate at a 96% clip, according to MTA dashboard metrics. Joanna Flores, an MTA spokesperson, told the Bronx Times that four escalators, including one sited at the Pelham Parkway, and Intervale stations, are out for capital replacement, with the latter having returned back into service on April 27th. There are plans borough-wide to upgrade escalators at most Bronx stations, according to the MTA spokesperson. The Bronx only has 12 escalators within the MTA transit system compared to 34 in Brooklyn, 44 in Queens, and 185 in Manhattan. In all, NYC Transit, including Staten Island, is in charge of 233 escalators and 294 elevators, with $810 million dedicated for transit escalator replacements in the 2020-2024 capital program. The MTA is committed to improving escalator reliability and availability throughout the transit system. Thanks to the MTA's historic capital plan, work to replace the majority of the Bronx escalators is well on the way, with four under construction right now. But for strap hangers like Sharif Thompson, escalators and accessibility at Bronx stations have always been an evergreen concern, as he feels Bronx stations are neglected by the transit authority. I mean, we'll have escalators out for months, and guess what? They usually won't work any better than they did before they were shut down, Thompson said. Currently, 131 out of 472 stations are ADA accessible citywide, or less than 28%, according to MTA's most recent figures. The Bronx has 70 MTA stations, but only 15, roughly 21%, have full ADA accessibility, which is the lowest in NYC. The city, in their reporting of Boogie Down transit escalator breakdowns, found that the escalators and borough stations recorded 1,640 outages, with unscheduled breakdowns accounting, for 86% of those outages in the Bronx. It seems like the Bronx get the raw end of the deal more often, said Jessica Murray, who advocates for improved transit system accessibility through the Rise and Resist Elevator Action Group. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's really crazy. I say get your shit together and fix those escalators in the Bronx, man, because people rely on the accessibility of the escalators, so people don't have to use the damn stairs. Like, get your fucking shit together. All right, that's all I'm gonna say right there, man. And speaking of getting your shit together, we're gonna get into the coonery, motherfucker, Chris Rock. Yo, this motherfucker. Oh my gosh, man. Okay, so this is according to Hip Hop Wired. The intense moment between Chris Rock and Will Smith at the Oscars won't leave the minds of many for years to come. But the comedian isn't running away from discussing it. During a surprise guest appearance at a recent Dave Chappelle comedy set, Rock called the retired rapper the softest N word to ever rap. Ah, man. Okay, so um, as we shared last week, Chappelle was nearing the end of his set at the Netflix Is a Joke Festival and thanking his guests and fans when a man rushed the stage in an attempt to tackle the comedian to the floor. After a tussle, the man, identified as Isaiah Lee, was beaten by a security team dared to project Chappelle. Lee, who apparently carried a vendetta against Chappelle, suffered a number of serious injuries. Um, Rock was invited on stage while the two talked about the attacks they suffered in the public eye. Um, at least you got smacked by someone of repute, Chappelle said to Rock, who sat next to him. I got I got smacked by a homeless guy with leaves in his hair. Rock said in response, I got smacked by the softest nigga that ever rapped. The slap incident, Smith has endured halts to some of his upcoming films and was hit by a 10-year ban from the Academy. The Philadelphia native was seen in public recently but did not offer a statement to the press. And I can say I could say this though, man. So what I heard, basically recently, I guess Chappelle actually talked to Isaiah Lee, and this was to supposedly, supposedly bring attention to his grandmother who got evicted due to gentrification. But I'm like, in my head, like, I'm confused. What does that have to do with attacking Dave Chappelle on stage? That has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with that. Let me say this. Let me say this again, though, man. Let me say this again. Attacking Dave Chappelle on stage has nothing to do with the gentrification of your grandmother who got evicted. Sorry to hear that you went through that, but on the in the same token, like, you have to understand something, man. What you did was wrong. You know what I'm saying? What you did was wrong. Like, why in the hell would you? what even possessed you to do this shit? And as far as like the motive behind it, like, you know, look, I'll say this there. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this though. The Dave Chappelle incident is a different circumstance than the fucking Will Smith incident of Chris Rock getting slapped. These are two different circumstances and different locations. And I feel that it matters because you have to understand where the setting took place. And that's the reason why I brought up the setting. The setting does matter. So, you know what I'm saying? Um Chris Rock is a fucking idiot. He's a fucking coon, the same coon who actually, said to um an individual who basically said that it is okay for a white person to pretend that he's black, which to me it's just a amount of fuckery going on right now. And another thing, Chris Rock is black too. Like, what the hell, man? Like, seriously? Like, I'm not gonna listen. This is crazy. And I wasn't really a fan of his movies anyway because his shit sucks. And the part about how he said to Dave Chappelle was that Will Smith, I felt like this wasn't really funny. It was not funny at all. That shit was not funny. The G.I. Jane 2 shit was not funny at all. I'm sorry. I felt like it was in poor taste and, of course, inappropriate. I'm sorry that others feel a certain way or whatever case scenario may be, but at the same time, man, like you can't defend somebody just because they're a comedian. Just because you're a comedian does not mean you are invincible to consequences like the trouble you're gonna get into. So I just wanted to say this though, man, and a few podcasters may have talked about this, but I wanted to say my piece though, so and see where I stand. So that's just me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm ready to actually flush this. You know what I'm gonna do with this story? I'm going to put this in a fucking blender right now, man. Let's put this in the fucking blender, man. All right. And now for the flushing. All right. All right. So before I get into the next one, um give me 1 second, folks. I'm going to be right back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to use the bathroom real quick. Um. Anyway. Um. All right. Let's get into another topic. Getting tired of this fucking. Um. Anyway, man. Anyway, so of course, many of you who are familiar with the TV show, Snowfall, right? Many of you are probably wondering what the hell's going on with that one right there. So I actually want to get into it right now. So, um, okay, so this is according to the Hollywood Reporter. Um, So FX will bring its drama series to a close in 2023. The Disney-owned cable outlet has renewed Snowfall for a sixth and final season to air next year. The announcement comes as the show's fifth season, currently the most watched drama on FX, enters its home stretch with the finale set for April 20th, which already happened, co-created by the late great John Singleton, Eric Amadio, and Dave Andron. The series chronicles how crack cocaine became a key part of the drug trade in the 1980s, focusing on a young dealer, um, Damson Idris in South Los Angeles. FX first partnered with the legendary writer, director, late great John Singleton, and the rest of the creators team 6 years ago to pursue their vision for an ambitious, powerful drama about the explosion of the crack epidemic of the early 80s. And said Nick Grad, president, original programming at FX. Today, as the fifth season of Snowfall reaches new heights of acclaim and viewership, there is no question that this series has become an FX classic drama. We are thrilled to order a sixth season that will enable Dave Andron, Walter Mosley, and the rest of the producers to bring Snowfall to a climatic finale, showcasing the brilliance of everyone involved from the stellar cast by Damson Idris to the writers, directors, artists, and crew. Um, let me see. Okay, said Andrew, who serves as showrunner, to tell a story worth telling with creative partners you respect and admire at a network that supports you throughout and allows you to end on your terms. That's the dream. I am so grateful to everyone at FX from John Landgraf on the on down and to the entire Snowfall family for helping us get there. If only John Singleton could be with us for the end. Um Season 5 of Snowfall is set in 1986 when Franklin Saint and his family have become rich beyond their dreams and are going on the verge of having everything they've ever wanted. Just as the ground starts to fall out from under them as crack becomes a national story and targets of law enforcement. I couldn't imagine telling this story anywhere but at FX, said Idris, who's also a producer of Snowfall. I'm incredibly proud of the history we have all made, especially the impact Snowfall has had on the culture. Very rarely does a TV show get to the sixth season mark, and saying goodbye to Franklin Saint will be heartbreaking. But the family and relationships I've made on this journey will last a lifetime. I know John Singleton is looking down, smiling, proud. Singleton, Andrin, um, Thomas, Sh- um, Thomas, Schlame, um, Amadio, Michael London, Trevor, Angelson, Leonard Chang Mosley, and Julie DeJour executive produced Snowfall with Idris serving as producer. The series comes from FX Productions. So yeah. Um Yeah, you know what? I kind of felt out of watching Snowfall because, I felt like some of the stories were like, a little all over the place. So they didn't really do too much of that. So I'm not even gonna really hold you on that one. I'm not gonna hold you. So we're gonna get into, yeah, let's get into the Jeopardy thing. Wow. So recently on the New York Post, um who is the better host? Mattea Roach, who sprung to Jeopardy stardom by becoming the first G Zen mega champion, has cast her vote for who should be the show's permanent host between Mayim Bialik and Ken Jennings. She also weighing in on criticism she's received about the way she plays the game. I would say Ken because of his history with the show. The 23-year-old contestant, hold on a second. Yeah, the 23-year-old contestant from Toronto told Vulture of her pick to replace longtime host Alex Trebek, who died in 2020. As a contestant, there's something really about something really special about being on stage with the greatest player of all time. Someone who understands in very visceral way what it's like to be in your position. Mayim is fantastic, but she doesn't have the same experience, Roach concluded. Um, because of Roach's unique facial expressions and thinking aloud during the game show Dave Devout Jeopardy, fans have also speculated that she's doing that to distract other contestants. The notion of my comments being distracting either to the viewers or the players, I was like, huh? You don't have time to think about weird mind games, she said. I would never want to be deliberately distracting to another player because it's so unsportsmanlike. I like to think it didn't have that impact. People, according to Roach, have deemed her strategy too casual and have said she's playing the same way she played along with a long while at home on the couch. I remember saying to a friend, I'm not going to court. I'm not going to a job interview. I'm going to a game show, she said. Yes, it's intellectual, and that's one of the most special things about it. But I respected the institution by playing the game really well. I'm enjoying myself a lot, and that's why I played the game that way. Roach. Oh, shit. Has now made history in the show's Hall of Fame after winning 22 consecutive games. 22 consecutive games. Wow. Making her the fifth best player in history. But even as an esteemed champion, her strategy was bad. She still admitted, I probably should have played a lot more strategically, she added, saying she played with a risk aversion tactic. I would describe my strategy as loss minimization rather than gain maximization. I was never somebody who would buzz in on clues and then think of the answer. But clearly something is working. She won. Hold on a second. Hold on. She won an approximately $534,984 in prize money, which she will be putting towards her student loan payments. I'm going to continue being really boring with money, she said. Most of it I'm going to sit on for a couple of years, and hopefully, when I'm more settled in the longer term, I imagine it'll help me buy a house. Her on screen behavior has brought her both wins and negativity. It's something she attributes to her youthful age, admitting she plays quite different than what's been seen before from past contestants. Anytime you have a generational shift of new people coming of age, how no excuse me conversations happen about how they are shifting professional norms. It's not entirely negative, she said, adding that something new or different will take time to get used to. But a critical conversation about how I present myself on the show alludes to the fact that the way I behave is somehow unprofessional or not respecting the institution. As valiant as her efforts are, she still has to defend her abilities online, even taking to Twitter to debunk viewers' critiques. Many have made note of my colorful facial expressions while playing Jeopardy, she tweeted last week, along with a photo of her younger self at a spelling bee. Here is proof that I come by it honestly have been making weird faces for a long time. So, yeah. In fact, her colorful expressions and gestures have attracted fans too. While they have received more hate than love, she revealed to Vulture that her wrist has received fan mail. There's a lot of queer people specifically who have been fans of the way I move my hands and bodies, said Roach, who is part of the LGBTQ plus community. It's not something I thought about at the time I was taping, but it's fun to see the support from that community. Regardless of how she perceived or plays the game, there's one thing of which Roach is certain. She just wants to have fun. My experience taping the show is some of the most fun I've had in my entire life, she gushed. When I was actually on stage, I was having the time of my life. I didn't play differently as my run went along. I was already making side comments and being animated in my first game. Well, let's see. Yeah, this is wow. This is crazy. I never understood why and what was the purpose of that though. But this is crazy though, man. So hold on a second. And I think there's certain people that were upset about um people are upset with the Jeopardy contestant um Mattea Roach. Let's get into the reason why they are upset about this. Wait, Mattea Roach. Okay, so hold on. So um, end of the Roach Jeopardy fan stun after champ Mattea Roach loses historic winning streak just by $1 on insane final round. Well, here's what's happening here. Jeopardy fans have been left stunned after 23-time champ Mattea Roach's historic run ended tonight. For the 23-year-old champ from up north, it all went south in a $1 upset that fans called insane. Um, Canadian tutor Mattea, who fans have watched and win a wild 23 straight games, the fifth longest streak on Jeopardy ever, with $560,983 in total earnings, was finally outmatched on Friday. She lost to Daniel Maurer, a Georgia marketing manager, in a final Jeopardy that fans couldn't manage to believe. Ken Jennings, hosting this week, and who many viewers want to score the respected gift for good, watched it all conclude in an insane final round. It all came down to $1 in a shocking closer that left the contestants and hundreds of viewers speechless. Mattea, who was in the lead with $19,200 heading into Final Jeopardy, wagering $3,601 and did not respond correctly, while Danielle, who had $11,400 going into the round, wagered $4,200 and did provide the correct response. Mattea's wager set her just $1 under, and she lost the game by exactly that much. Oh shit! Wow. The final Jeopardy category USA was about the international airport in Daniel's hometown of Georgia. The response being Hartsfield Jackson. Ken even joked on air that the question must have been not so hard for her as he anticipated how fans would feel. Even spoke on the highly consequential last clue. The questions are written months in advance before we know the contestants, he professed to viewers. Hold on one second. Okay. So Danielle stood there stunned after she was crowned as the new winner, and fans buzzed in online feeling the same, if not fuming over the upset. That was BS. Okay, short for bullshit, folks. Mattea Roach lost by $1 on hashtag Jeopardy tonight because they gave the new champion, a woman from Georgia, a final clue about Georgia. One fan fumed. According to that POS, Ken Jennings clues are written months in advance. Fucking bullshit. Yo, wow, this is wow. This is crazy, man. Another noted on the unbalanced statistic. Mattea 18 correct, 3 incorrect. Daniel 6 correct, 1 incorrect. A third wrote, mocking Ken's speech. Remember, our questions are written months in advance. Ha ha. Okay, Ken. While many more simply appreciated Mattea's historic streak, one writing, damn, what a great run by Mattea Roach on hashtag Jeopardy. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh man. Love watching her. Can't wait to watch you on the TOC. Oh shit. This is so fucking hilarious here. However, even more felt it was a hurtful way to go. Mattea Roach got screwed. Screwed over the final Jeopardy. Ken hand-fisted explanation rational of the timing of the clues, notwithstanding. Sure, looked like a Canadian super champ losing to a USA clue gift wrap for a native Georgian was curious. That being said, a final Jeopardy earlier this week was about Mattea's hometown with the correct response being oh Canada. So the flag of advantage was waved both ways. The youngest super champ in history, Mattea, hand tossed her way to stardom this past month, and the sun has covered her entire run. Mattea's greatest hits. Mattea won her first game on April 5th and exclaimed her student loans are paid off, setting the tone for her unexpected and unconventional yet deeply watchable streak. Since then, she won enough to pay off more than that 560K total. Some of her games have been runaways, but others have made for the best episodes of the show in decades. Last night she scored a cinematic comeback with a final Jeopardy about Citizen Kane, and earlier she won a feverishly close one by just $1. Critics may have knocked her quirky stage presence, seeing her openly voice her wager strategy, but she buzzed in at a 91% accuracy rate, according to Jeopardy daily scores. Her other memorable moments included saying a signature wrist flick. I should have wagered more after a daily double she wasn't feeling. And who could forget when Mattea, near the end of her run, shared a Q&A story she'd been holding close to the buzzer. She once sang back up in a music video with the legendary musician of Rick Roll fame, Rick Astley. Are you Rick rolling North America right now? Ken asked in response. Clearly a fan of music. During an earlier Q&A, she also revealed her 7 tattoos, including 2 leg tattoos dedicated to the band The Talking Heads. Whoa, the Talking Heads. Oh, oh shit. This is so wow. Just wow. So I have under both of my knees on one leg. I have same as it ever was, and on the other leg I have how did I get here, both from the song Once in a Lifetime, she explained. I have 7 tattoos. Good for Mattea. Knew I liked her. Hashtag Jeopardy, another fan wrote relating to her. Finally, one of her most memorable games saw her final answer. No, excuse her answer final Jeopardy along on the stage with just Ken. Due to a technicality during April 20th game, 2 first-time contestants entered Final Jeopardy with negative scores, so they didn't even compete. Well, in an extremely rare move, the show returned from commercial with 2 long-running champs, Ken and Mattea, on stage alone together. Has that ever happened before? Another wondered. 2 chips score a friendship. The famed alum, known for his winning streak of 74 games in 2004, to be exact. Yeah, 2004, the longest ever, seems to be a fan. Often when the something pierced bespectacled Gen Z Coops player buzzed in correctly, Ken simply replied, good. And when Mattea shared an offset celebration from LA's In and Out Burger on Twitter, Ken replied on Twitter and wrote, if this is the In and Out on Venice, I've been going here after Jeopardy off and on for 18 years. Solid choice. Meanwhile, her family in Halifax, Nova Scotia, has hosted watch parties nightly, which include custom candies with Mattea's face since it all began. And she's now arguably a household name for anyone with cable. It's not the last we'll see of Mattea. She'll be joining other super champs this season. Matt Amad- Amadio Jonathan Jonathan Fisher, and then 40-time champion Amy Schneider, who recently visited the White House for the Tournament of Champions in November. Much like Ken and James Holt, Holzer, Hozuyer, um, and many Jeopardy big wigs have big careers after their runs. So, since Mattea is only 23, the world is her Canadian oyster. Mayim Bialik and Ken started filling in as temporary hosts after Alex Trebek's tragic death in 2020, and an assembled cast of guest host in season 37. Cam began with an average of 9.2 million views, surpassing Will Fortune and Mayim, who subbed in soon after the average her viewers at a low of 5.7 million. Many prefer Ken to take over full time, as did Mattea quite candidly in a recent Vulture interview. Um, I would say Ken because of his history with the show as a contestant. There's something really special about being on stage with the greatest player of all time. Mayim is fantastic, but she doesn't have the same experience. After 23 wins and 24 regular games, which the Sun has covered from the beginning, it's bittersweet to hand wave goodbye to Mattea. Um, let's see. Yeah, that's interesting actually. If I see any more updates in regards to the permanent host or whatever, I'll be glad to bring it to you on the New York podcast and the new segment that I am going to premiere in episode 148. You have to stay tuned for that one right there, called Remains to Be Seen. It is a new segment based on, the updates on particular stories that I previously talked about, and I will actually get that off the ground as soon as I finish recording episode 147. So there you go, right there. So congratulations to Mattea. Um, no, Mattea Roach for doing a long run of 23 games that she won, man. That's pretty dope, man. Yeah. It's all right. So this is pretty cool. Let's see what else can we talk about here. Um, yeah, we're gonna get to Ice T. We'll get to Ice T, man. You know what I mean? Um, all right, so we're gonna get into that right now. All right, so Ice T, right? Let me see how much time I got here. All right, so so Hip Hop DX website. Um, Ice-T sat down with Jimmy Fallon on the Tonight Show Thursday, April 21st, and was asked to offer his opinions on some of the world's most conflicted topics, like whether it was better to mute or block someone on social media, whether slow walkers are more infuriating than slow talkers, and whether PlayStation is better than Xbox. He was then asked to cast his vote on the great of all time rap album, and Ice T went with a classic. So he said in quote, "I'll say Paid in Full" by Eric B and Rakim. He said of the duo's 1987 debut that was the most influential album to me when I was making my album. He continued, "I'll say Fear of a Black Planet by Public Enemy will be a close second, and then Straight Outta Compton by NWA would be top three. But each one of those albums had a lot to do with influencing me as an MC. But when I heard Rakim, I had never heard nobody rap like that
and it was so many hits on that album. Get Paid in Full, You Will Bang It All the Way to the House. The rap trailblazer also released his iconic debut, Rhyme Pays, in 1987, but the veteran lyricist recently had to quell an online troll who questioned his hip hop legitimacy. I see really has zero joints, but he's still a hip hop legend, said a user on Twitter. That's amazing. Dude is an overall 48 player rating. Um Yet he found the Hall of Fame. The questionable statement spawned immense pushback from rap fans, including Questlove and journalist Tariq Nasheed. But when Hip Hop DX spoke with Ice T, he had no idea his name was being dragged through the mud. I had no idea what happened, he said. But if you've played the game right, your fans will always hold you down when some clown ass tries to dish on the low. I may not be in anybody's top five, but I've taken hip hop for a ride. I hope others get to enjoy. Thanks to all that fuck with me. Yeah. Um Eric B and Rakim. That's actually, that's kind of like a wise choice though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever thought that whoever thought that I ever hear Eric B and Rakim from the, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you may know the song "Know the Ledge" from the Juice movie soundtrack. Um, so yeah, I say that's pretty interesting and that's pretty dope though that he chose Eric B and Rakim. That's an interesting choice right there. So anyway, so we're gonna get into let's get into let me see. Um So we're gonna get into let's get into 13 hip hop albums. Before before we even get into that, we're going to get into the recent new music that happened on Friday. So the first full week of May is coming to an end and bringing with it a slew of new projects to explore this weekend. Of course, kicking off this edition of New Music Friday is industry darling Jack Harlow with his second career offering in Come Home, the Kids Miss You, a star studded affair which enlists help from Drake, Lil Wayne, and more. The sounds of super producer K Tronada are also on full display this week with the release of Simple, a collaborative effort with DMV rapper IDK. We also explored the cheater. The cheater. Oh shit. YSL rapper Little Got It. Yo, Little Got It. Listen, listen, man. Listen. I'm always going to run. Listen, I'm going to run into the hilarious names that I never heard of before. I'm always going to run into that. But look though, man. Like, look. Like I said before, man, in the previous episode, I don't have time for hypersensitive motherfuckers. Okay, I really don't. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, man. And I digress from that shit. So you know what I'm saying. Anyway, anyway, yeah, Little got its latest release, as well as new music from LMA, Raheem Devon, and Pink Saifu. Also featured in Sabrina Claudio's Based on a Feeling and YNWB Slime's Goat. Keep reading for the internet's best roundup of new albums below. So let's get a look. So Kentucky's leading rapper Jack Harlow has the unprecedented unprecedented gift to stay constantly in the middle of hip hop's discourse. After plenty of anticipation, Come Home, The Kids Miss You, Harlow's sophomore album has finally arrived, boasting the ultra viral first class. Harlow's latest also features a wide slew of guests, from Lil Wayne and Pharrell to Drake and Justin Timberlake. Harlow's debut album, that's what they all say, was a valiant entry into hip hop, a project which spawned big hits such as What's Poppin' and Tyler Hero, but also fell victim to stretches of banality. Hollow fans are hoping that the growth the young rapper has experienced over the last 2 years will reflect well on his second album. And let's see, IDK and K Tronada. Um, K Tronada, the dance influence producer who has worked with the likes of Vic Mensa, Mick Jenkins, Quell Chris, and more, has teamed up with London born Maryland raised rapper IDK for Simple, coming in short and sweet at 8 tracks. Simple may be bite sized, but it packs a punch. Helmed by Denzel Curry, assisted Dog Food, a percussion forward tale about late night business dealings. Simple is infused with scores of lively instrumentals. K Tronada possesses the rare skill of making music. Um, Simultaneously for a diverse audience. There's songs on Simple which are pumped full of synths and designed for dancing. Other tracks are introspective, beckoning a serious listen with an open mind. But whatever type of sound he's creating, K Tronada's production always is radiant, unique, and fresh. Okay, little got it. The cheater. Oh shit. Oh shit. Atlanta rapper Little Got It may not be the most commonly discussed member of the Young Thug led Young Stoner Life rap crew, but he's constantly been releasing a quality output for years. Um, GTF. He he opening track to Goddard's latest album, The Cheater, perfectly sets the tone for the project. Clever and dexterous flows and high intensity production. There are plenty of soaring heights from the Cheater, but none are taller than when Goddard is rapping alongside his cousin and frequent collaborator Lil Keed, um, on tracks such as Now We Getting Money and Rich Shit, which also feathers Ty Dolla Sign. The features on the Cheater are fairly predictable, from Keed and Ty to Yacht Gotti and Enchanting. But there are also some unexpected verses from the likes of CEO Trey Trey Lee and Tootsie. Yeah. So LMA, Heart on My Sleeve. UK singer LMA has unveiled her new album, Heart on My Sleeve, a grandiose and sweeping collections of tracks which explores themes of unending, intoxicating love, trust, and learning how to be vulnerable. Signed to DJ Mustard's 10 Summers Records imprint, the R&B powerhouse's sound is always backed by exceptional production, but doesn't fall victim to so many signees by sacrificing individuality for the label's boss. Mai is armed with with a booming, versatile voice and a penchant for creating timeless melodies which mirror the R&B greats she descends from. Nearly 4 years have passed since Mai released her eponymous 2018 debut. So fans should be thrilled with this slate of new music. Pink Safu and Young Morpheus bag talk. Over the past 2 years, Pink Safu has transitioned from an underground rapper with boatloads of promise to your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. The Alabama-born artist rise came through his work with Virginia MC Fly, Anakin on Fly Side Foods, as well as his solo efforts like Gumbo. Saifu follows up the deluxe edition to Gumbo by reuniting with the Los Angeles based producer and rapper Young Morpheus to drop a deluxe edition to their 2020 cult classic Bag Talk. Why you keep see? I have a problem with the word cult, man. Why you calling it a cult classic, man? God damn, man. Shit. Like, seriously, why does everything gotta be a fucking cult, man? Just call it a fucking classic. God damn, man. Seriously. Seriously, man. That shit just got me a little irritated, man. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, back talk. Rapping through the haze of chopped samples and distorted synths, the two rappers unveiled 9 new tracks, which feature a Kai solo, Chuck Strangers, and more. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. This is I just I'm laughing at the idea that everything that people are labeling as the cult class, like why are you calling it a cult classic, man? Just call it a throwback, man. Call it a throwback or call it a flashback. Damn, enough of the damn cult shit, man. That shit has to go, man. I'm sorry, but that shit has to go, man. That shit has to go. Oh shit. Okay, Sabrina Claudio, based on a feeling. Hailing from Miami Vice, Florida. Sabrina Claudio's latest is a testament to the single's world building abilities, working closely with the ethereal production handled by the likes of Blue, Rondo, and Stint. Claudio creates a deep and immersive project. There are exceptions, but the songs on based on a feeling are personal, designed not for the club or social events, but for enjoying in solace, breaking apart the lyrics and getting swept away in the transcendent moods of Claudio creates. She she's been successful working with acts such as Pink Sweats, Black Coffee. Oh man, and Duckworth. But Claudio is at her best while working solo, able to fully explore the depths of her emotions. Raheem Devon, from Last Till Dawn. Um, Raheem Devon was birthed in the classic sound of R&B acts like Jodeci, powerhouse singers such as D'Angelo and Marvin Gaye. The 47-year-old artist released his debut album, The Love Experience, in 2005 and has remained a leader of the classical side of R&B. 47? Hmm. Yeah. You know what though? Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. If Two Chains can continue making music in his 40s, so can Raheem Devon. So, you know,
let me just say this though, man. Actually, I've been actually peeping on one of the episodes of TMZ Hip Hop, and what they was talking about, um, if there's an age thing. Now I'm gonna actually post a question in regards to if you think that hip hop has an age thing. Is there an age limit when it comes to rappers? I'm gonna post that on the show's podcast page on Instagram after I get off the air. So so yeah, stay tuned for that question, and I would like to have your feedback on what you think, if it's an age thing when it comes to rappers and hip hop. Is it an age thing? You know what I'm saying? We all heard the most common word, ageism. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, so I got y'all with the question. Make sure you guys and the folks out there that's listening and watching are ready to actually answer with your thoughts and talks by expressing yourself and how do you feel about it. So there you go.
Um. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is where I left off. Yeah, the 47-year-old artist. Yeah, I already read that part. From Dusk Till Dawn falls in the same lane of so much of Devon's past work, emotive, soul ridden, and tender. But what's so striking about Devon and From Lust Till Dawn is how he's able to elucidate complex emotions in new, exciting ways, which pluck the listener's heartstrings with ease. We couldn't end without doling out this week's honorable mention to YNWB Slime for his latest project, Goat. Okay. Okay. Be on the lookout for that question. What else can we talk about here? What else can we talk? Oh, okay. 13 hip hop albums. All right, we'll get to that. We're gonna get to that, and then I'll let you know where some fun places to go after that. So we're gonna get into this. So let's see. Man, let's see. Um, let me see. Just a minute here. Um, wait. Um, hip hop albums so far. We're gonna get it. We'll get into that right now. Um, all right, hold on a minute. Hip hop albums. I'm sorry. I thought I had that story, but let me just get to. I'm gonna get into it right now. Sorry about that. Um, Jack Harlow. Yeah, I thought I had it actually. I'm gonna actually get to like it. No, hip hop songs. I'm sorry, not hip hop albums. Hip hop songs. I'm sorry. Let's get into. Let's. Well, all right. I didn't get a chance to get to this, so let me just get to it right now. So this was from about 2 weeks ago, I guess. Oh, hip hop albums. Let's get to that, man. Yes, hip hop albums. That's what I was looking for. Um, okay. Why is it not? All right. Let me get a drink. Hold on. Okay, so best hip hop album so far. May 12th. No, May 2nd. Excuse me. Published according to Hip Hop DX. Okay, so here we go. So far, 2022 has been off to a hot start with some great hip hop albums. From the never aging Snoop Dogg to the long awaited Pusha T album and Vince Staples' latest, there is plenty of good music from a diverse range of artists. Hip Hop DX will be narrowing down the endless amount of music released during the course of a year to the essentials, providing readers with a list of the must listen projects. Struggling to find a list of the hip hop albums that have been shifting the culture, take a look at our list of rap and R&B to get a complete survey of the projects that are dictating the conversation around hip hop culture. Of course, need some new songs to throw in the rotation, but Spotify and user created playlists are way too long. We kept it simple and added only the best of the best songs from each month to make sure you get the songs you need without a hassle. Repeat the list below. So listen, starting with Pusha T. So Pusha T had an album that came out already. It's almost dry. The guy who the guy who had ground beef with McDonald's over a fucking fish fillet sandwich, which is which is so fucking crazy right there, man. Oh my gosh. When I heard this story about Pusha T having a dispute with McDonald's and he's working at Arby's, I was like, "What in the hell?" I can't recall any rapper or any music artist who actually worked at a fast food joint, and I'm not laughing because he's working at a fast food joint at Arby's, but but an argument, a dispute over a fish fillet sandwich, and I actually talked about this episodes ago. So in case you didn't hear about that, you're more than welcome to actually listen to that particular episode whatsoever. So you know, gotcha. So anyway, so it's almost dry is the result of a paranoid new dad and quarantining from COVID-19. I wasn't going anywhere, Pusha T told Charlamagne the God in a recent interview with a twinge of anxiety in his voice. He went on to explain he tapped into his creativity to elevate his pen game. Push's writing has only sharpened after 20 years. The storytelling has become more meticulous and wit behind the bars heightened. The way push up the way push flips different terms and definitions surrounding cocaine is almost mastery of the English language, even though it lacks the bite of past releases. It's almost dry. It's a good rap record that delivers a few hard-hitting tracks, some great production, and bar for bar excellence by one of the best rappers in the game. Okay, Learn to Swim, Redville, PG County, Maryland rapper Redville isn't yet old enough to legally drink, but he has collaborated with the likes of Fly Anakin, Cash Dami, oh, okay, AG Club, Wakai, and more. His latest offering, Learn to Swim, was birthed from the sounds of boom, bap, jazz, and big band music, reimagined by a young mind with an eclectic taste. Despite the wide range of sounds, Vale stands front and center throughout the track list. There's a few features from the likes of Anakin and Sam Truth, but most of the songs are handled solo, giving Vale plenty of space to explore themes of maturity, resilience, and independence through music and life. What's most impressive, though, is Vale's confidence in himself. Whether he's barring his vulnerabilities for all to see or celebrating his hard-earned successes, Red Veil raps with conviction. Learn to swim is a definite statement from Red Veil, positioning him to become a key leader of rap's next generation. It's unequivocally one of the best hip hop albums of the year so far. Hold on a second, folks. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to turn it down because of the ice cream truck that's passing by. Um. Anyway, where was I? Yeah. Where was I? Um. Yeah. Hold on a minute. Okay, there's a few features from the likes of Anakin and Sam Truth, but most of the songs are handled solo, giving Vale plenty of space to explore themes of maturity, resilience, and independence through music and life. Um, yeah, and let me see. What's most impressive, though, is Vale's confidence in himself, whether he's borrowing his vulnerabilities for all to see or celebrating his hard earned successes. Red Veil raps with conviction. Learn to swim is a definite statement from Red Veil, positioning him to become a key sender of rap's next generation. Um, it's unequivocally one of the best hip hop albums of the year so far. Ramona Park broke my heart. Vince Staples. Okay. Um. On hold on. Ramona Park broke my heart. Vince Staples transports the listener to the sunny and colorful locales of California to understand the realities of hearing bullets fly in the air around you. This album's predecessor, his self titled 2021 release, was just as introspective, but with a much darker production tone from Kenny Beats, enveloping the listener in a wave of malarkey. Here, Staples creates a foil, musing with exhaustion about becoming disillusioned with his hometown over G Funk era production and DJ Mustard beats. Staples delivers each bar with clarity and weather experience, resulting in his most salient showing of introspection yet. The last ones left, ESTG and 42 Doug. CMG stars 42 Doug and ESTG make the most of their proximity based partnership, producing natural chemistry and avoiding the pitfalls of cheap collaborative albums on their team up project Last Ones Left. It's unclear Doug and EST didn't set out to. Hang on. Hang on. Hold on, folks. Yes, once again, I had to lower the volume because of the ice cream truck. So, forgive me for that. Yeah. All right. So where was that? Oh, okay. So it's clear Doug and ESTG didn't set out to reinvent the wheel. Their respective strengths which hinge on Doug's high-pitched quips and ESTG's gnarling threats, creates enough moments that bring satisfaction, setting the standard for what one-off duels should aim for in the future. Forever, the late great Fife Dog from A Tribe Called Quest was only 45 when he transitioned on March 22nd, 2016, from diabetes complications. But despite his premature passing, the Tribe Called Quest MC left behind an indelible legacy thanks to classic hip hop albums such as Low End Therapy and Midnight Marauders. On the sixth anniversary of the 5 foot assassin's death, the Fife Dog Estate released his first posthumous solo album, Forever, a 13-track celebration of Fife's innate lyrical talent. From the New York boom bap of Nutshell 2 featuring Busta Rhymes and Redman to uh, Dear Dilla, reprised with his fellow tribe luminary Q-Tip. The project swells with an undeniable 90s nostalgia, harkening back to an era where rhymes were dense and the beats were refreshingly simple. Although it's an emotional listen, forever cements Five Dog's invaluable contributions to hip hop forever. SIP Five Dog. Um, Melt My Eyes, See Your Future, Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry is the brilliant, brooding anti hero that rap deserves. The 27-year-old South Florida native fifth studio album, Melt My Eyes, See Your Future, finds him shirking the characters and disguises from his past LPs and stepping into the limelight as a fully formed artist. Although it's his most introspective and vulnerable project. It's not a 45-minute therapy session, but it is the quietest Curry album we have and the most inward facing. He's still effortlessly clever and occasionally furious, but the somber moments here are competitive with his trademark machine gun delivery at its best. Apart from the commanding lead, the beats are diverse and excellent throughout, and the few features he allows are universally well picked and well delivered. Melt My Eyes, See Your Future is a landmark in an already spectacular career. Tana Talk 4, Benny the Butcher. In the 3 years since, Benny and Griselda as a whole have more than come into their own, gaining widespread recognition. There have been a lot of projects in between, but there's something special about Time to Talk. The 2004 series that started it all. Um, Although the original installment remains lost to collectors, this is more than worthy follow up to its predecessor, further solidifying his status as pound for pound one of the better MCs breathing. The album fits snugly into the Griselda music universe and makes it more challenging than ever to deny Benny the Butcher of his roses. Frank, Fly Anakin, Mutant Academy mainstay Fly Anakin's price went up last year with the Pink Safu assisted smoke break. Um, but it's on his debut solo album, Frank, where he fully realized his vision for sample heavy neo boom bap, a young rapper with a deep reverence for the genre's classics. Fly Anakin is an old soul at heart. He approaches hip hop with the mindset of a purist, but without the fear of progress. The tone of his voice is rich and textured with a record popping quality, and the beats he raps on feature samples chopped in a 90s fashion. But he's not about sentimentality for a golden age. He's about looking at rap's legends for inspiration on pushing the sound into untethered territory. Frank is near bulletproof with something for the rap purists under um um aff- aficionados and casual listeners alike, making for Anakin's um most compelling work to date. Snoop Dogg back on death row. Uh-oh. It was a full circle moment when news broke that legendary West Coast rapper purchased the quality legendary Death Row Records to celebrate the achievement. Snoop dropped BODR back on Death Row, which bolsters his already lengthy discography. Though the album will also be released as an exclusive NFT, fans will be happy to hear it's available on major DSPs. Now, speaking of Snoop Dogg, I actually saw somewhere in regards to him purchasing the Big Three basketball. I'm probably gonna cover it probably in either on this New York podcast right here or my sports podcast. Actually, you know what I'm saying? Um, because the Big Three basketball season doesn't start till June 18th, so um I'm gonna try to cover as much as I can with the big three and all that other stuff on my sports podcast. So there you go, right there. So of course, um, next artist is Conway the Machine. God don't make mistakes. After many false promises and projects in the meantime, we're finally getting what best be described as an opus. 12 songs in length. The LP features a lot of what fans expect. A family collaboration with Westside and Benny, um, John Woo Flick, um, Derringer beats, and one or two outstanding features from legends. With his detox finally in the world and his contractual obligations to both Shady and Griselda met, it feels like a new beginning. um God don't make mistakes makes it harder to argue that Conway isn't one of the best lyricists in hip hop today. Yeah, I would have to actually say he is one of the best lyricists today. Actually, I have to say this though, man. I did listen to his music actually, and I did try to get a better understanding on this song that I've been listening to that's on my playlist called Belugas. I'm thinking he's talking about sneakers, but but man, like you try to listen to it over and over, and you try to get a better understanding of the story behind the song. So you know, um, you know, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if I can actually reach out to people in who are hip hop heads and stuff like that who are analysts when it comes to the story behind each song. So that's gonna be difficult, but I'll probably look for that in the near future. So I'm not ready to look for that quite yet. Um. Anyway, Two Alive, Yeet. Two Alive, the follow up to Yeet's breakout project, arrived to a sea of hype and high expectations. Hold on. Yeah. Um, though he didn't expand beyond the sounds of his previous work. Yeats' latest is a masterclass in precision and knowing what the audiences craves. Excellent rap need not always be grand in scope. Too Live proves success can come just as easily through zooming in. Good artists make hits. That's true. That's very true, man. I agree. Great artists make moments. Although Two Alive doesn't feel like a game changing album, it will have a large impact on on bringing rage music to the mainstream. Already tracking to take over the Billboard charts, Yeat may take inspiration from the trap and SoundCloud icons who came before him, but his irreverent anthems um have placed him in a particularly unique space, not just a part of the movement forward, but helming the change. Few good things, Saba. Few good things shatters the thematic and sonic expectations set by its predecessor. It incorporates a dizzying mix of production styles, including neo soul, funk, and various hip hop subgenres, with production responsibilities from Day Day Pivot and Day Out. Saba provides a transparent and comprehensive look at his life experiences. He allows room for both vaunted celebration and rueful mourning, exemplifying the duality of the human condition with measured balance. Both captivating and endearing, his reflective raps register as powerful and potent at every turn, showcasing the storyteller at the peak of his abilities. Okay, continuance. Currency and Alchemist. Currency and the Alchemist haven't linked up for a full length tape together since the Carlton heist in 2016. But on their new offering, Continuance, um, the pair you reunite with such natural ease, it feels like no time has passed at all. Aided by ALC's smoky and dizzying textures, Spitter Andretti continues to exemplify an uncanny proficiency in woozy, nonchalant narratives as he held no, excuse me, as he melds to the producer's hypnotic loopings. The New Orleans MC rarely deviates from the subjects he knows best. Um, uh, but it doesn't matter much when he still raps with such unshakable authenticity after nearly 2 decades in the game. A few noteworthy friends such as Babyface Ray and Boldy James join along for the ride, but their presence rarely shakes up the undulating energy of the tape, which meanders along so breezily it's impossible not to get lost in. DS Forever on Gunner. DS Forever is a new territory for Gunner. Don't know why he named himself that though, man. Oh shit. The album. Oh shit. Oh man, the album features key moments of vulnerability paired with the usual bravado that hints at Gunner's evolution as a person and artist. The drip is highlighted, but he doesn't shy away from laminating over the times when life's tidal waves nearly drowned him. Gunner has expanded his repertoire in 6 years to include in-depth storytelling and grown comfortable in acknowledging his humanity. It seems he won't allow stardom to make him complacent, balancing improvements in song topics and technical skill. Sick, Earl Sweatshirt. On Earl Sweatshirt's latest album, Sick, he's clairvoyant, aware of himself and his surroundings. Now a father, he's responsible for a life other than his own. Aside from newfound fatherhood, the the BK Ghostitile Ghostitile is watching a world burn from the ground up due to police killing black people, riots and COVID-19 placing society under quarantine for the last 2 years. The world has changed and he's changed along with it, but neither will ever be the same. For the first time, he's stepping out of the darkness that's kept him hidden throughout his career. The Odd Future alum closes the door on nearly a decade worth of guilt using his new album as a vessel for acceptance. Okay, colors. NBA Youngboy, never broke again. Oh, that's another name that I can't understand. Oh man, one of the most divisive and fascinating characters in all of hip hop. NBA, Young Boy Never Broke Again kicked off 2022 with the sprawling and menacing Colors. In many ways, Colors is a typical offering from the Young Boy over. It contains ballistic raps, blue sea crooning, and plenty of threats. But Colors also hints at a less explored, vulnerable side of the Baton Rouge MC. Songs such as Emo Love, How You Been, and I Got This. YB is stripped of the bravado he usually boosts and lets the listener into the depths of his mind. But don't get it twisted. Colors is still loaded with aggressive anthems ranging from the explosive fish scale to the empathetic bring it on. And of course, Babyface Ray, Detroit owes a lot to Babyface Ray. The state of Michigan has been teeming with talent for decades, but alongside the likes of Real, The Youngs, OGs, Sada Baby, and many others, Babyface Ray helped lead the scene into the mainstream. Face, the latest album from the ice cold rapper, showcases Ray's love for wordplay and his lifting, no lip, lilting flow, lilting. Um, Not to be confused with the singer Babyface, folks. I know what you're thinking. That's not him. Um, Across songs such as the Iceware Vessel assisted 6 Mile show to the smooth tones of Sincerely Face. Ray raps masterfully about street escapades and the spoils his success has brought him, catching off kilter flows while gliding across production which ranges from plug to muted drill. Ray proves he's one of the Midwest best. Um, and of course, Dro Kenji with or without you. Internet Money's Dro Kenji follows the lineage of the SoundCloud rappers who came before him, such as the late great Juice World and Trippie Red. But the 20-year-old rapper continues to blaze his own path on his latest album, With or Without You, led by singles such as Finders Keepers featuring Scory. Kenji's quickly making a name for himself as one of the secrets, no, excuse me, one of the scene's most exciting artists with grand melodies and playful production. With or Without You is worth a listen. It can be really tough to keep track of all the great music from 2021. Luckily, we narrowed it down the list to only the essentials. Um, all right, so Magic, Nas, and Hit Boy. Most people have Nas in their top 10 all time list, but the New York legend continues to rap like he has something to prove. It's rare in any field um, that someone 30 years into their career is competing at the highest level, but in 2021, Nas seems hungrier than ever. Hit Boy and Nas have become one of hip hop's most prolific duos, dropping their dropping 3 projects since 2020 and still have one on the way. Magic is 9 tracks of non-stop bars over beats that seem to fit each flow perfectly. Nas' perspective on the current state of the game is always Interesting as he shouts out the New York drill movement and co-signs K. Dot, uh, Cole, and Drizzy as the next generation's goats. Interesting you say that though, man. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting you say that. You know what? I'm gonna just go down the list of things, man. I'm not gonna have time to read all the bios and stuff, so let's just go down the list of names here, man. So basically, okay, fighting demons, late great Juice World, um, Naruto Wick, who is Naruto Wick, uh, Balance Cho, Mac Homie, the Yellow Tape 2, Key Glock, um, Hypernova, Cash Dami, Punk, Young Thug, Weight of the World, Maxo Cream, of Folarin, um, 2, Wale, um, Word, Atmosphere, Hitler's Where Hermes 8, Side B, West Side Gun. Sometimes I might be introvert, Lil Sims. Bo Jackson, Boldy James, and Alchemist. Gumbo, Pink Saifu. Vince Staples, still titled albums, Vince Staples. The House is Burning, Isaiah Rashad. We're all alone in this together, Dave. Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler the Creator. Uh, the Life of Pierre 5, Pierre Bourne. Disco, Mike. Exodus, late great DMX. You folks out there are more welcome to actually go to hiphopdx.com for news and to find out the best rap songs, the best hip hop albums of 2022 so far, best R&B songs and albums on there. So you're more than welcome to check that out as well. So um let me get to let me get to 10 things to do in NYC. Yeah, let's do that. Um I wanna let's get to hold on a second. Hold on. No, that's not what I meant. Um all right. 10 things to do. 10 things to do for the weekend that's coming up. Hey New York, you looking for something fun to do? I got some places for you to actually go to where you could have all the fun and blast with your family, your friends. You just name it though, man. So I am here to actually guide you to some fun entertainment from May 13th to the 15th. So 10 things to do in NYC, which stands for New York City. This is according to amnewyork.com slash entertainment slash things to do. AMNY Weekender, May 13th to the 15th. So here we go. Starting on Friday the 13th, which is obvious. Friday the 13th. Oh man, not the movie, man. Anyway, man, Stranger Things the Experience. Ready to explore the upside down? Stranger Things the Experience officially opens in New York City with a one of the kind adventure to participate in. Guests can also hang out in the buyer's room, grab some ice cream at the Scoops Ahoy and shop exclusive merchandise. Tickets start at $44 with group tickets options available. Hold on a minute. Let me grab that. All right, so tickets start at $44 with group ticket options available. Bookings start at 6 p.m. Um, so the place is called Duggo Greenhouse. and this is located at 63 Flushing Avenue, um, building 268 in Brooklyn. Um, NYU News Doc Film Festival. This weekend, students from NYU's News and Documentary graduate program will highlight their films over the course of 2 days. After each film, there will be a 5-minute Q&A with the director. This event is free to the public. Screening starts at 6 p.m. on Zoom virtual. Desert Fest, New York. Starting this Friday night, Desert Fest, New York is a weekend long festival that celebrates Europe's leading stoner rock collective. Tickets start at $45 for a killer lineup of shows that you won't want to miss. And the doors open at 3 p.m. And the location is Knockdown Center, located at 5219 Flushing Avenue, Maspeth, Queens, New York. Saturday, May 14th. Introduction to bird watching walks. If you love bird watching, we have just the thing for you. Whether you are a bird novice or seasoned professional, you can enjoy a day out in the sunshine looking for local feathered friends. It's free to join. Be sure to bring your binoculars. And this is and the location is at the Audubon Center at the Boathouse in Prospect Park, Brooklyn. Dig, plant, grow salad days. Salad days at New York Botanical Garden are here. Explore and learn more about the spring crops that are growing right here in the garden. Free with the cost of garden admission. It starts from 1:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Located at 2900 Southern Boulevard in the Bronx, New York. Ginseng Museum Cafe by Chung Kwan Jang. Love ginseng? Sip on the country's only pure ginseng extract on tap right here in New York City. This must see unique cafe experience takes guests through the history of the high quality harvesting process of the ginseng root, from the field tending process to when and how the root is harvested, and the process of exactly how the root turns into Korean red ginseng. Open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Located 315 Fifth Avenue, Midtown Manhattan, New York. Movies Under the Stars. Spider-Man No Way Home. Are you spotty senses tingling? Head over to the park for a screening of the latest addition to the web-slinging hero story, Spider-Man No Way Home. The screening is free to the public, but it's recommended that you get there early to snag a good viewing spot. Guests can bring their own refreshments, but glass bottles and alcohol are prohibited. It starts at 8 p.m. This is located at Eugene McCobb Field, East 120th Street to East 121st Street, East Harlem. And finally, Sunday, May 15th, NYRR Open Run. Give your day an active start with the New York Road Runners. Join the runners on their weekly 5K run through Conference House Park and enjoy the beautiful scenery. It's free to join in the run, and walkers are also welcome. It starts at 9 a.m. at the Conference House Museum in Conference House Park, located at 298 Satterley Street, Staten Island. That just sounds too far, man. Screening of Coming to America. Catch a screening of the classic Eddie Murphy film Coming to America at the Museum of the Moving Image on Sunday. The film will be introduced by author and critic Jason Bailey, who will be signing copies of his book Fun City Cinema at the museum gift shop afterward. Tickets are $15, $11 for seniors and students, $9 youth ages between 3 to 7, free or discontinued, $11 for MOMI members. 1 p.m. is the start time. Located at 3601 um 35th Avenue, Astoria, Queens, New York. And last, Sunday School Comedy. Looking for a few laughs? Sunday School Comedy takes the best stand-up comedians in New York City, and they perform a hot new lineup every week as chosen by Ashley Gavin, best known for her hit podcast We're Having Gay Sex. What? Wait. We're having gay sex. Well, I'm sorry, man. But it's a little awkward for me, man. But a little awkward for me. But I'll just. Okay, tickets start at $10 online, or you can buy them at the door for $18. Start time is 7:45 p.m. and the place is called Sour Mouse. I don't know why. Don't ask. Yo, so it's located at 110 Delancey Street in Manhattan, New York. So you probably know how to get to Delancey Street by now. Of course, the B, the D, whatever train lines goes there. I would say you would have to look up the which train lines will lead you to Delancey Street. Um so there you go. So there you go. Fun things to do in New York City. There you go. And I think that's gonna do it, man. I think that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for this episode 146. Um, that's gonna do it for episode 146, and this is basically titled So HUD. You like what you heard in today's episode, um, or any other previous episodes whatsoever, please feel free to show some love by making a charitable donation to my Cash App, which is $ capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKZ 555. Once again, it's not about breaking the bank, folks. It's all about doing the best you can on whatever amount of money you are comfortable with, whether it's $2, whether it's $5, whether it's $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever amount you decide, will be appreciated. And another way you could also donate to Anchor, as well. So there's two ways you could do this anyway. But anyway, so yeah, that's gonna really do it. So let me get to I'm not gonna have time to get to um I'm not gonna get I'm not gonna have time to get to podcast on free game mechanisms today, but I'll get to that next time whenever I go on the air. Um so our last segment of the fucking night is going to be um it's going to be stream choices on the go. Make sure you follow me on Instagram as well. So follow the show, which is Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast. Um Alongside with my other shows, Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast. I just did the 25th episode yesterday because I didn't get a chance to record
this past Sunday. I am going to do a little experiment by recording on Sundays and Tuesdays, so I could push this sports podcast up. So there you go, right there. You can also follow my other show, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast, as well as myself, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York, um and also I haven't been on 17 Live in a long time, but you could also follow me at G Money Stacks Queens, New York on there. I don't know when I'm gonna be back there, so we'll see what happens though. So so there you go right there. I am going to go over where you can listen to the podcast episodes and stuff. So here we go. Um here we go. So we're gonna get into where you can listen. Um I'll get to it. And by the way, you can leave a voice message if you have any questions, any thoughts and talks of what you thought about the topics, any topic ideas or whatever. You can leave a voice message on there on anchor.fm/G Money Stacks, which is in the link in bio where it says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555. You're gonna see the name of the show, Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast. You click on there, you're gonna see the word message on there. You can leave your voice message on there as well. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, you can DM me at G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York, whether you want to be a guest co-host with me and chime in on some topics and stuff. Have conversations with me about about music, about what's going on in hip hop, all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So yeah, listen. You can listen to the episodes of the New York podcast is on Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audio Burst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts. Don't forget to leave a 5-star rating on Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify as well. 5 stars will be appreciated. You can also listen to the episodes on Radio Public. Don't forget to listen to Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on iHeartRadio, the number one app for music, radio, and podcast, alongside with my other shows, Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, Sports Edition Show, and of course, Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast as well. Make sure you follow that as well. And last but not least, the YouTube. Make sure you grab that subscribe button, tap that noti bell so you'll be a reminder when the show goes on the air via live stream. More updates on uploads and postings to the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes, and please download these episodes. What is your favorite? Whatever. Download these episodes. It's very important that this show continues to grow. So you're basically, when you do that, you're basically showing me some love right here. So I really appreciate you. So you know what I'm saying. You can also share the videos, share the episodes, tell a friend to another friend, and you can also share the podcast along with the link that says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555 with all the audio streaming platforms that I just mentioned just now. With your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your friends, and the people that you're cool with, that you work with from work and your career and stuff. So there you go, right there. So check this out though, man. That's gonna do it for me right here. I'm G Money Stacks. Remember, the grind does not stop. Hard work pays off. So So there is no shortcuts to fast easy money. So there is no shortcut. So um make sure you follow your dreams. Don't let anybody stop you from doing what you love that makes you happy. And and like I always say, mental health matters. Especially you matter, folks. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. And for those of you who are interested in making a podcast, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to get to this segment of podcast free game mechanisms, but I'll say this real quick though. Um, of course, you're gonna need a few key things. You're gonna need headphones. You're gonna need a microphone. Doesn't have to be anything too expensive. Um, you can get you can get the microphones, especially the Yeti microphones or the Voxcon A800 model that I'm using at your local stores like your Best Buys, your Targets. You have Amazon online, and then you have Walmart as well. So there you go, right there. And of course, you need a laptop, and along with StreamYard as a supporting software for your YouTube live streams and stuff. And that way you can set your accounts there, connect your YouTube channels, your Facebook, your Twitches, LinkedIn's. I don't even use LinkedIn, so there you go, right there. So I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening and tuning in and rocking with me. I appreciate every single one of you, and there's going to be more new topics, more new episodes, whatsoever. Tune in next time where I talk about Mike Tyson, who gives a person on a plane a knuckle sandwich extra crispy. So, yo, I'm off this shit. I gotta watch a Mets baseball game. I hope you folks out there enjoy the rest of the day. Um, I'll be back tomorrow, and I'll be back on Saturday as well because I'm not gonna be able to do it on Friday because I'm going to be working. So you know what I'm saying. So take care of one another, man. Look out for one another. Reach out to one another and stuff like that because you never know when somebody might be going through something and shit like that. So you know, don't assume a person is fine. Um, don't be afraid to ask. Um, and have confidence in yourself. Peace and one love. Have yourselves a good night, folks.